Hey everyone, I'm Alex Williams, and you're watching the weekly update with Funagain Games for the week of September 5th, 2016. Today we feature a whole lot of pre-orders with a focus on role-playing games and a whole list of new games in stock, right here on the weekly update. Alright everyone, it's time to get into character with our list of new pre-orders. 2 new games from Nightworks for pre-order this week, including Hands in the Sea and Forged in Steel. Hands in the Sea is a 2-player deck-building wargame on the First Punic War between Rome and Carthage. With multiple ways to win, the game is played over the course of several turns. At the end of each turn, players resolve random events, collect income, and score victory points. In the multiplayer card-driven city-building strategy game Forged in Steel, 1 to 4 players take on the role of a prominent family in a burgeoning Colorado County in 1900 as turbulent social and technological changes are about to reshape the way all Americans live. Each family seeks to control the mining, industry, city, or commercial sector while also striving to be mayor to control the appointment of other players to offices. Machikoro is back with a new game, Machikoro Bright Lights Big City. In this standalone, fast-paced game, 2 to 5 players each develop the city on their own terms in order to complete all of the landmarks under construction faster than their rivals. Expand on the highly popular game Scythe, with Scythe Invaders from Afar, which adds 2 new factions, Albion and Togawa, 10 custom minis, 62 wooden tokens, and 2 faction mats. Don't miss out on this exciting new expansion from Stonemaier Games. Tons of new pre-orders are available for the popular RPG Pathfinder. Items include codexes, player companions, pawn collections, modules, maps, as well as a new base game and adventure packs for Pathfinder's adventure card game. Another RPG that has a ton of stuff available for pre-order is Mutant Chronicles. New pre-orders for this exciting dieselpunk sci-fi role-playing game includes new guides, maps, markers, GM screens, and more. Last but definitely not least in pre-orders this week, we have the premium edition of Love Letter. Perfect for any Love Letter fan and possibly the best way to introduce new players to the game, this edition pumps up the cards, making them extra large and thicker. It includes large wooden hearts and comes in a hard-sided box with a magnetic closure. Best of all, the game can now be played with up to 8 players thanks to the inclusion of an additional set of cards. New in stock this week, we have a handful of new games and a truckload of pop figures. Get ready for this holiday season with 3 new advent calendars from LEGO, including LEGO Star Wars, LEGO City, and LEGO Friends. Add a new LEGO piece to your set every day that you count down to Christmas. Expand the popular game Shakespeare with Shakespeare Backstage, which includes new actors, new characters, new costumes, and an innovative stage set. In I Hate Zombies, 2 to 12 players face off in a climactic battle for the very fate of the world that will last between 10 and 20 minutes. Some of the players will be noble last survivors of humanity, while others will be dirty, wretched, brain-guzzling zombies. The game finds a creative way to use the rock-paper-scissors mechanism and adds abilities and decisions the players can make. In Circus Flucardi, 2 to 5 players try to complete sets of cards before the game ends in this push-your-luck card drafting game. Pick-a-Brick brings a similar mechanic of Jenga to a new wall-like structure, where 2 to 4 players must be careful deciding which bricks to take out of the wall and risk toppling the nesting hen on top. America is a new trivia party game where having a rough idea of what the answer could be is good enough. You can score points with clever play if your opponents know the answer and you don't. Also new this week, we have a ton of new pop figures from a ton of different sets, including Dark Crystal, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Flash Gordon, Strawberry Shortcake, Star Wars, Flash, Arrow, Batman, and the NFL. Grow your pop figure collection today. Alright guys, time for this week's Top 5. At number 5 this week already, we have Scythe Invaders from Afar. Number 4 goes to new pre-order Innis. Still at number 3 is the Takanoko Chibi's Collector Edition. Scythe holds strong at number 2, and the network hits its 4th week in a row at number 1. In the networks, you and your opponents are new television networks and need new programming. For this, you'll need shows, stars, and ads. The players with the most viewers, after 5 seasons, wins. Now get ready to travel back to 1692 to a world of paranoia and witchcraft in this week's Game of the Week. The year is 1692. In an atmosphere of pessimism and charged paranoia, the citizens of Salem are at the mercy of demons. Not demons of the soul, but demons of the mind. What began as a devout Puritan community devolved in a matter of months into a people torn apart by fear, lies, and fanatical orthodoxy. The residents of Salem quickly discovered that they could find hell all around them. Salem incites the atmosphere of paranoia that held the village of Salem captive. Players act with the assumption that there are witches among them, and in this case there will be. Each player controls 6 residents of Salem, 3 of whom are witches. Gameplay is simple. Try to rid the village of witches, and keep the identities of your own residents secret. While the story surrounding Salem witch trials has become something of a legend, every character in this game is based on a real person whose life was directly touched and in some cases torn apart or taken away by the events surrounding the Salem witch trials. Extensive research has been done to craft the real-life stories of all 42 residents in the game. Alright everyone, that is it for this update. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll find more weekly updates, and you can check out our new special video series, The Countdown to Essen, where we feature some of the coolest games coming out of one of the world's biggest game conventions. As always, thanks for watching, we'll see you next week. If you have any questions or comments about any of the games in this video or about Funagain Games, please leave them in the comment section below or send us an email at cs_general@funagain.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and of course subscribe right here on YouTube for more weekly updates.